Hey everyone, it's me, Be Divine, and welcome to the messages for August. Yeah, it's August now already. It's the 1st of August today, and I've just written up on my website all of the messages for August and also added some new things. So what you can do now is, if you were unable to get to the webinars when I did them live, is now you're going to be able to see them afterwards, and of course still receive the PDF, etc., that might be involved with it. And you can download them pretty well straight away and get the access to the links, etc. So I'm making those at a reduced price. So my live ones, obviously you're going to want to see me live and do it with me live. I'm going to make some that are just recordings though, so just teaching different lessons, etc. So these, look out for these on my website, and it's just a way in which I can still offer after the fact as well. So what we're going to be doing is working with the angel Hamaliel for the month of August, and Hamaliel is also overseeing the star sign or zodiac sign of Virgo. So it is a perfectionist energy, because most Virgos are known as perfectionists, and there's a few other things, attributes that Virgos have, of course. One of them is being very organized and being very friendly and down to earth and caring and giving, but they like things in the right way. And this particular angel Hamaliel works with you on just being in a flow, so not being so caught up in all the different rules and regulations, and you should be doing this and you should be doing that kind of energy. It's more just about, okay, let's just go with the flow. And like I've been talking a lot about, if you have your head, if you're thinking all in your head the whole time, everything will just feel everything will feel overwhelming. You'll start getting stressed about something, or you'll get triggered about something, and then it'll come out in the next few days or whatever, and all of a sudden you're just moody and grumpy and all that without really any real reason. And so something may set you off, and then you're like, oh, I've got to do that, and you know, it's annoying, but it wasn't really that upset you. So Hamaliel also works with our mental health, and you know, working on our anxiety, working on our trigger points, working on past trauma, working on past life trauma as well, and how this can come up, but at the same time working on peace and breakthroughs and revelations and world peace, opening up your abilities and ascending up into higher energies as well. Now, the beautiful energy here of Hamaliel, I have written some things down, and I do thank my patrons for being with me. And if you're seeing this later, you can be a patron at any time. Okay, so the links are below for everything, because a patron gets this first, so you guys all get the August video before everybody else does, and you also get longer and extended videos, different types of videos too. So it's maybe worth it. Since YouTube are doing things that are really different now, and it's really hard to get noticed, it's really hard to get seen, you know, numbers drop all of a sudden. It's really been difficult for me personally. So I'm just trying the best that I can to keep going with something and keep you all here and happy. And trusting in the process, of course, and manifesting a beautiful place to do healing work and teach, and a cafe, and you know, my own gardens and things, and animal rescue and all that kind of stuff, all in one location. So we're all working towards our own goals, of course. Now, the month of August in particular, this month, the Lionsgate energy is open. And it's open, it started to open on the 25th, going into the 26th of July, reaching a peak on the 8th of the 8th. And then instead of closing down or starting to shut off on the 12th, it's going to remain open, because there needs to be an acceleration of people's abilities, and also of those who are still asleep, you know, not with us, not in tune yet, with their spiritual journey, that need to be awoken, because we need all the help that we can get to stay in unity and stay together and stick through all of these things that are happening right now. So there's going to be an advanced wave of energy that is bringing us extra knowledge, wisdom, and truths, you know. And it's like you've been working on things for so long. So if you're here and you're listening, you know, obviously you're already awoke, you know, you're awakened, and your abilities are waking up as well as we speak, and you're learning to lift yourself into higher and higher and higher vibrations. However, there are many people that we know that are, you know, got their head in the sand still, and a lot of these are going to go through their own awakening processes as well. And the angel Hamaliel, the angel of Virgo, the angel who is known as the perfectionist and who works in our heart space, is going to help each and every one of us as we move forward. So I'm just going to read to you a little bit here. Okay, so this is already up on my website, and as I said, the lessons as well are going to be there, so you can click on any one of the lessons, and it will take you to what that particular lesson is about. So this month's guidance, we embark on brand new territory. We're beginning to see a lot of darkness come to the surface. Isn't that true? With all the pedophilia, etc. This is also triggering a whole number of you. Even if you haven't been abused in this life, there's been most likely lifetimes where that has happened to you, or something has happened to you. And this whole thing of being, this whole abuse agenda that's been coming forward, and all of this energy that's coming forward about that, it's really, really stirring up people's emotions. However, we're really glad that things are finally coming to light, and there's a lot more that's coming to the surface as well. A lot more that you know, you're still to be uncovered in different locations around the world. Okay, so we got to be prepared, and we got to remember that our angels are with us the entire time. Okay, so for years there's been warnings that our world is going to change. Right? I remember right back when I started Divine Miracles, it was like, there's going to be this big change, there's going to be this upheaval, there's going to be darkness coming to the surface. Not everybody's going to like it, but it will end up being a good thing. So I wasn't given all the details and every single thing, but it was like the darkness would be destroyed, and that, you know, I have to remain true to that. But there's so many other people that continually say the same thing as well. You know, that this is happening. So this was happening to me, and I knew this way back in time. And so my writings over the time has been about, okay, the darkness is being exposed, the revelations are happening, this is going to occur, we need to stick together, we need to be united, we need to open up our abilities, we need to remain strong. All these things have been continuing over the years, right? And we go up in our levels of awareness, etc. So when we focus on the divine within everybody, we can see the light shining within everyone. And instead of focusing on all of their faults, right, we just begin to see the goodness and the potentials. So no matter who's who and what's happened, we just have to try to see the light in each person, even if it's really, really, really hard. Because if you remember, or if you did the webinar with me about mediumship, we talk a lot about people who are what they call agitators, who are here specifically to stir things up, to bring us together. Now, we have to have darkness in order to see the light, right? So there are people who stir things up, do the wrong thing, and get everybody acting on things. Now, they're with the whole pedophilia thing, they're trying to say that it's not abuse, it's a disorder or whatever. It's a disorder to have pedophilia in the first place, to be attracted to young children. I get that. But when you act on it, you're a criminal, and I don't care what anybody says. And if they're going to start that kind of stuff here, where they're just letting these pedophiles go fine, and, you know, it's fine, they can have all the Facebook space they want, and they can, you know, lure girls in, etc., there will be trouble, because I will be protesting everywhere that I can about that kind of thing. We need to keep our kids safe. We've had enough. There's enough out there, you know, there's enough technology out there as it is, you know, where you can't monitor everything as it is, you know. And here they are preying on these young girls' insecurities and boys as well, and fearful situations that they may already be in, and offering them God knows what, and all they have to do is what. So kids don't realize what they're getting themselves into as well, and it just drives me crazy. Now they're calling, it's not really a bad thing, it's just this. That is not going to wash with so many abuse victims out there either. I really hope not anyway. Okay, so the energy of the angels is unconditional love. The future is based around this awareness, and then allowing ourselves to ascend into that 5D energy, which holds none of this hate as its focus. When you're in 5D, you don't even see it. You don't see those lower energies as much. You don't see all of the things that we may have been exposed to. It's like we're just in our bliss, we're manifesting, we are working more harmoniously and connecting with like-minded people. As we adjust to the new energies, there will be those who wish to see us fall in one way or another, and that's always been there, right? So it's important that we do not lower our standards in any way. Let those who believe differently live their lives, and we can't change people, we can only lead by example. Our health and happiness will win out. So people, I could tell people till the cows come home, hey, listen to the angels, or open up your abilities, or whatever. But if they don't see that my life has changed, or that I've grown, or I've shifted, or I've gotten younger, or, whatever it is, they're not going to believe in anything. I have to lead by example, And I remember one of my friends saying to me the other day, she's like, well, how come you're so smart? When did you get so smart? And I'm like, thanks a lot, because nobody listened to me in the past. It was like everybody used to talk over the top of me. That's why I love making videos, because I can just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and nobody's interrupting me. That's really awesome to me. But my friends just had no idea of the depth of what I know and how I know it, because I was a listener, or I wouldn't say much, or I would just go along with things, So I was just like funny and, all that kind of stuff, and silly and goofy, and I'll help you do everything. But they didn't really ask for my advice on those things. So it was really interesting that was the case, that's how some of them felt. But our health and our happiness wins out. So now they look at me 20 years ago, and it's reversed. When I was 20, I looked like I was 40, and now that I'm like almost 45, I look like, younger. So it's like reversed. And it's just happening naturally. I'm not doing anything that I haven't, out of the ordinary, So it's like just normal skincare and stuff. For me, it's always like oils and things. That's what I use on my skin, and just oil-based products, so that it's gentle, right, all the time. And coconut oil and brown sugar, etc. if I really want to scrub, So there's just simple and cheap ingredients. That's it. Okay. And the health and happiness wins out. So be open to these new changes and strong energies moving through the Lionsgate portal. Open now until the end of August, like we said. A mass awakening of light warriors from all over their planet will occur to help unite us. Be kind to yourself and others always. The angels are with you, and they love you unconditionally. Time for real and authentic self to shine through. All right, so then there's lessons available, as I said, at my website. I think I've got 5 of them up. One of them's Dragon Energy Magic, and then I've got 3 webinars that were 2 about the psychic abilities and 1 about the angels and guides. And I think I've got a third eye attunement with Archangel Michael as well. They vary in prices depending on how long they are, okay? So my mediumship one, yes, I have got the mediumship one and clairvoyance up there as well. So the Lionsgates, I just talk a little bit about that. The different crystals you could use are carnelian, rhodochrosite, agate, ruby, jade, emerald, peridot, and any of the quartz family. And of course, if you're like me, I love my Auralite, and this is an Auralite pendant and pieces of Auralite like this. I've just got some little pieces, right? And of course, I got my big Auralite wand as well, which I love. I use this a lot for my healing though. This is not so much for my readings. Okay. So the key points: breakthroughs, spiritual awareness, losses for some people, okay, because there's going to be people that just fall out of your spectrum, or people that are ready to go, you know, animals that are ready to go. It's really important that we each remember that each soul goes when they're meant to, not when we want them to. You know, this happens a lot with animals because we really want them with us. However, animals' lives are really, really short, and they know that coming in. They're not as attached to the physical as we are. In fact, they come in as of service. You know, they come in of service. That's already what they're doing. The sad thing is when, you know, someone wants to keep them, you know, and can put them through undue pain and stress because, you know, the animal's just like, okay, if that's what you want me to do, because they're in service, you know. But we have to remember that they make their choice. When they're ready to go, they're ready to go. And we need to let them, you know, and we need to trust that they're completely safe and will come back to us in one way or another, or will be guiding us anyway. And we should let them transition if that's what they need to do. So new path, healing, attunement, love, and abundance. And the message from Hamaliel: as one of the divine directors of your life, it's my pleasure to help you see how magnificent that you really are. You will be given opportunities to see your worth and work with this as you take leaps and bounds forwards in your life. There are those of you who are just beginning your own spiritual journey of remembering who you are. And this is a fabulous time to learn and grow and open up your amazing abilities to share with the world. A lot of negative energy also tries to influence you as you begin to grow, so be aware to protect yourself and call in those from the light to assist you. The love we have for you is eternal. Please remember that. We're with you always. Never give up on yourself. Help is always at hand. With love and blessings, Hamaliel. So you can get my free ebook. You can learn about attunements, have readings, do all whatever you need to do. You know where it is by now, divinemiracles.com. And some people are charging like $400 an hour. So, you know, just be careful. Just be careful out there. Okay, so sometimes, you know, I guess people really value the price of things, and they think to themselves the more that they pay, the better it's going to be. And it's not always the case, right? So I haven't raised any of my prices since the start of all this. In fact, some certain things have gone right down. You know, I've taken off half price of my mentoring. You know, I'm offering a lot of different things. And some people have jacked their prices right up. So watch for those things as well. You know, $400 an hour for a reading, I don't really believe that's, you know, fair. I don't think that's a fair price, okay, for the time that you've got. And, you know, for an hour, I don't think it's fair, you know. So people are doing what they want to do, and that's cool. And if they think they're worth $400 an hour, well, God, it must have a golden, you know, ring attached to it or something. I don't know. But, you know, that's like 4 lessons with me over the phone. It's basically 4 or 5 actually, because you get one free at the moment. So you could have 5 2-hour sessions with me over the phone, or you can pay for one, you know. It's so unbelievable. I don't get that. Anyway, just be aware, all right, that right now a lot of people are trying to get everything that they can. And I'm sure that fear is a part of that. You know, fear is ruling everything. I've been trusting the whole time that everything's going to be fine. You know, everything's going to work out well. And no matter what I do, that it will be successful. So I just see myself like that. And you should see yourself in the same way. That if you're overthinking, or if you're stressing out, or if you're worried about stuff, take a moment to say, okay, what is this really about? You know, is this really about that I can't get this thing into there? You know, is it really because my scissors are blunt, or is it really because, you know, I have to go and do the garden or something? Is it really that, you know, or is there something else that's been bothering and you haven't said anything? You've been trying to be really strong and then it just comes out, you know, what is it? So notice these little things about yourself and your life. Be open to the beautiful energy of the angel Hamaliel. Don't forget, you can get attunements and activations personally with me. And also I'll be doing some videos about activating with the angels, or just doing something, some kind of cool meditation or something. Who knows what will come out this month. It is my birthday month on the 21st and my son is on the 8th. So I kind of get excited, you know, about it, of course, like a little kid. But there's overseeing angels for the earth, that is Uriel; for the air, that's Raphael; for water is Gabriel; and fire is Michael. So working with these different elements as well, you know, and focusing on blessings for the earth, etc., is going to be the way forward. And don't forget, there are some global activations that I've already made, and some meditations for world unity, etc., and world peace. But I'll be making some more for here on Patreon and also on YouTube, and different live shows, etc., coming up. So thank you all, and also check out my spiritual community if you want a voice, if you want to say what you need to say, if you want to create a blog or a forum or showcase your talents or whatever it is. Then divinemiracles.ning.com is the space to be, because, you know, who knows what's going to be happening with Facebook. It has everything that Facebook does, perhaps even more things on there as well, and you can give each other gifts and little ribbons and things, and it's really cool. And also, like I said, create your own videos and post them, and forums and blogs, etc. Can be done on there too. So maybe that's something for us to all consider. You can also start a group on there too. And I'm trying to get everyone to come back together on that page, and then I'm going to add some more cool features in the middle of August. So that if everyone starts coming back and talking with each other, etc., we can keep the spammers out and just have a beautiful spiritual community where we're all like-minded, okay? So check out all the links below, and until the next time, lots of love, many blessings, more videos coming here really soon, and goodbye for now.